wholeness. Yeah, I'm just talking, man. Hey, listen, I just want to say this, man. Listen, and this is just real life shit. And this is to all my brothers and my sisters, because you see what I mean? Like, we got these fantasies inside of our head, man, and we don't keep it real with ourselves. But at the same time, man, my biggest thing to how can I help my people is one thing, like, man, teach them about their diet, teach them about their body. So even to my spiritual people, like, I know a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, that's sick. Y'all like to say that, you see what I'm saying, it's just God testing your faith, or the devil is, you know what I'm saying, like somehow involved. And you see what I'm saying, like somehow y'all try to compile all of this and put it inside of a category and rationalize it and make it mean something spiritual. And that's what you use as a source of energy to just get you through. And I get it. I understand. I'm not knocking that. But it still don't work for everybody. Actually, it don't work for the larger amount of people, because they don't have what you would consider as the placebo effect. And the same way the placebo effect works, you have something called the nocebo effect, meaning that in one state, you think that you're healing and you are being healed because your consciousness is actually redesigning and restructuring your cells, right? Your biology, redesigning your biology. And in the other state, you actually believe that you're getting sick. So it's also reconstructing or redesigning your biology, but more towards a negative state. Anyway, I just want to say this to all my brothers and all my sisters. If y'all out here sick, I don't care what it is. The first thing you need to do is, I know you want to pray and you want these people, because you trust in these doctors. You want them to do all of the miracle works that they can, and it ain't going to work. For the majority, it don't. And then when it do help a little bit, you wind up right back in the hospital. And it just lets you know it's not working. What they're doing is they're numbing and desensitizing certain areas of the body. And it's sending all of those signals now, redirecting them to other areas of the body. So now you will start to experience malfunctions inside of different regions of your body. The one thing I want you to understand is what is inside of your body causing all of the sickness and disease. What is breaking you down? Inside of the lower intestinal wall of your gut, you have something that has been built up over years called Candida. Now, there is a food for Candida. It's all of your processed foods, your sugars, yeast, all of those different things are not really considered as food items. They were just chemicals created in labs and incorporated into food items, or mixed with food items and added as an ingredient. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand that this is just all put together by these people. This is their show. They're doing their thing. But anyway, what Candida does is it locks itself and spreads out all over the lower gut and your small intestine, right? And it spreads out. So when you start to eat all of the food you're eating, and this is why people, like, if you ever just wake up real hungry and don't know why you just real hungry all of a sudden, and you probably ate before you went to sleep last night, it's because inside of your belly is this bacteria that is literally a food, or builds a housing system for parasites. So inside of your very own body is the place where you have designed for these parasitic entities to exist based off of the foods that you eat. And it's not just the foods. It's in the water. It's in the air. If you live in some of these urban areas where they use the farming, they use, like, cow shit and all of that type of stuff as fertilizers. Shit, parasites can be airborne for about 2 weeks. They can survive under your nails for about 2 months. So just imagine when people use the bathroom and don't wipe their hands. Literally, just imagine. And then come and touch something that you finna go and touch, or just anything. I'm telling you, this is a transference of these microbial cells. Right? So there's a plethora of ways that these parasites enter your body. But what gives them the inclination to stay is the condition of the body. Everything that they need as a natural resource exists inside of your body. Just like on this planet, we exist here because everything that our biology need or consists of can also be found here. We can find all of our sources of energy or sources or broken down sources of light, fractal energies, however you want to put it, right here. So inside of your body is where they find everything that they need. Everything, right? You are the host. The entire universal structure is you. And inside of you exists multitude, legions of parasitic entities that have their own agenda or biological way of existing. But they have access to your nervous system just as well as you do. Because even what you consider to be you is not this physical body, but the soul force energy that is using this body. Meaning that there is an energy filled with information. That information contains the data necessary for you to actually design and develop the biology to exist here. It's all geometry, right? Reality is geometry. A geometrical code or a language in the form of geometrical symbols. And scientists, mathematicians use mathematics to explain it. So now, these parasites are inside of your body, and you get these urgings and cravings for all of these different unnatural foods, right? Processed shit. And you don't know why. But you continuously getting sick. Mucus just building up in the body. And everybody give you these fictitious ass diets. Do this, do that. It'll work. But none of it actually works. You eventually start to relapse. Why? Because you are not actually getting the correct advice. And some people just get excited and they already motivated to get you moving. And it's a good thing. But if you don't understand that, I don't care if you do switch your diet and go vegan. Going vegan does not heal the body. It just stops putting more bullshit into it. But the body is still inside of the state that it is already in. You have to heal that. And the only way you can heal it is, one, getting this Candida out of the lower gut. Because it takes all of your vitamins, all of your nutrients, all of your minerals. And because it has spread itself out all over the lower intestine, the rest of your body is being restricted. It has no way to actually consume any of the rest of the minerals or anything that your body needs, any of the things that you're actually trying to process. That's why we're mineral deficient. So now, the rest of it is just going straight through a disposal, straight through the disposal. It's just coming straight out. Now, your body is not getting any of the minerals, any of the nutrients. So I don't want to hear people saying, well, I know I ain't got no parasites. Listen, man, I am a dedicated, I'm talking about committed person to my diet. And I'm still cleansing my body on a continuous basis. And I'll always be cleansing my body because I lead this thing. I love this thing. This thing is actually everything that I am is embodied inside. I mean, it's bottlenecked inside of here. If only you can connect to it versus like the way that you connect to the world and everything inside of the reality. Connect to everything inside of you, to your soul force, to the internal energy, right? But you have to cleanse the body, get these parasites out. And what happens is you start to, after these parasites start to consume all of your vital energies, all of your minerals, all of your nutrients, everything that you need, you actually start to vibrate at such a low frequency and density. Now they have broken your consciousness down. Now other parasitic entities or beings or energies, right? Because parasites are not just these worms. Parasites are energies, thought forms, ideals, people, right? That come in and out of your life. Now you start to manifest more and more and more. And on a physical term, when you go to a doctor after experiencing so much internal trauma, they give you a clinical name to identify what's actually going on internally between your chakra systems, right? Mainly your first three chakras, first, second, and third chakras, which make up the house of your egos, your three collective minds, unconscious, subconscious, and conscious. Anyway, so if you want to know how to actually reboot this body, detox it, meaning get all of the Candida out. And there's a step-by-step process in doing that. Because if you don't do it correctly, then Candida will actually spread all the way throughout the rest of the body. It'll just take off. This is a conscious motherfucking cellular activity going on. This ain't just like you would think that it has no common sense. No. Survival is its only option. Like, it's the only thing it cares about. So you have to be willing to get it out. You see what I'm saying? Because once you get it out of there, then all of the parasites, right, will start to flush out of your body too. And you're going to be a little scared. But hey, listen, would you rather have all of that stuff inside of your body? Right? These parasites living inside of your body, using the bathroom inside of you, regurgitating inside of you. You see what I'm saying? All of the toxins that they produce also creates illnesses. Not just the parasites, but some of the toxins that they produce. This shit is being lodged all inside of your body. You can look this up. A third of the feces that you produce are literally catered towards the parasites that exist inside of your body. Not just yours. But that doesn't mean that they're all going out of your body. And if you got people that, like, you be experiencing, I'm serious, man, this is not a laughable matter, like scratching or itching and shit around your booty and shit like that, man, I'm dead serious, bro. That's because these parasites literally travel towards the end of your rectum or your anus to lay all of their eggs and shit like that. Then they travel throughout because why? It's the highest source of all of its most vital nutrients, minerals, and everything else inside of the body. You see, it is the firmament, right? When they get to telling you about hell, this is what, no, that's the root chakra. You see what I mean? That's the fire that burns all impurities. So anyway, get these out of your body. First, Candida. And do this in a chronological order. You can go on Secret Energy right now. I will put the links on this video to get a complete parasite cleanse that will allow you to even see how step by step you are cleansing each organ or area of the body in the systematical way that it should be cleansed. So that bacteria and other stuff just from other areas of the body is not just being lodged or clogged up in other areas of the body and breaking that organ down too. You see what I mean? Like, this is a lifestyle. You literally have to change the way that you eat, the things that you are drinking, what you watch on TV, the people that you entertain, the type of entertainment that you consider as entertainment. All of these things start to break down all of your conscious elements, meaning that you start to separate all of the different layers of the body. There's a disconnection now, no energy flow. So there's just clogged energy, no recycling of it. And this is what you are using inside of that area of the body. And because most of us are already locked from the sacral or from right here, the sacral chakra and down, right, the lower three chakras anyway, we already develop and manifest a certain aspect or particular type of reality for ourselves through our subconscious belief systems. Because we never really understand what all is happening behind the scenes of what we call reality. There's a lot of things happening that are biologically in place. But because these things are biological, we don't respect the sophistication of that type of machinery that exists. Like all of the different cellular activity that's going on inside of your body. These cells are alive. They live like you and me. So if you look at the next person and say, or your child and say, I love you so much, look at you. Because you are a universe looking at over 70 trillion cells, which are real live entities or organic organisms that are counting on you, that are depending on you to be the best that you can be and manifest that into the reality. Because everything that you are is everything that you will experience. If you are good for nothing, then you will always attract good for nothing beings. Because this is the state or wave or octave that you are vibrating on. In order to manifest a different type of reality, we have to start harnessing a different source of energy. We have to start looking towards different things to build our structure, build our character. Because if you don't recognize that we're moving inside of a backward state, we're degrading inside of our entire conscious template. It's like we're losing it. But it's because of what's occupying the vessel, the vehicle, the being. It's not just you. And when you start to have all of these thoughts, you think it's you, but it's not. There's too many different entities or beings that are functioning and operating inside of you, through you, and around you, because they have weakened your immune system. And this is what I meant when I said that AIDS and these types of diseases are not sexually transmitted diseases. That's the reason that them people ask you thousands of questions before they actually finally try to discover what is wrong with you. They're just using best guess theory. As long as they give you medicine, they win. Period. Because they are there to make money off of prescribing you medicine for the pharmaceutical companies. If they don't, then they don't eat. So you got to think, man. Why do you, I mean, it's like I wouldn't still be a doctor if I wasn't going to do what was necessary for me to eat. I would go to another field, right? So just understand this, man. We can take care of ourselves. Get the motherfucking, get that, and I'm sorry, man, you know, for my language, sometimes I get a little bit excited, Joe, because I see my people suffering, and I be sad, man, because now I understand what has caused me to do and act or do some of the things I've done in life or act in some of the ways I've acted. It's like we don't want to accept that, man, sometimes it's not the people that you're dealing with. It's the entities or the beings that are occupying this being. And they're not what you would call a devil or Satan. Satan is Saturn. Devil is Deva. Right? So like, that's a whole nother, like I say, man, gain a different realization or gain a better connection with the reality than what's being provided to you inside of religion. Because a religion will keep you locked inside of a dark age, never being able to find your way into those higher stages or realms or of reality inside of your mind. If you don't realize that when these scientists are telling you about these different dimensions, these are things that they're accessing and discovering from the human brain, literally from the geometrical structure or layout of the cellular structure, right? Or put it like this, the design that all of your cells make is a geometric symbol. And that geometric symbol has a different amount of data or information that explains the limitations of that dimensional symbol, right? Like third dimension, which is a three-dimensional equilateral triangle, what? A tetrahedron, right? Because there are three different pieces of data that can explain our movement, our limitations. So that's all it is. It's like once you break a lot of this shit down, man, you gain a better understanding to it, which is all the more reason I say, man, listen, if you don't know about us, secret energy, come and see it. You see what I mean? Like, don't just let my bad language or, you know, some like the energy I project be the epitome of what you perceive of secret energy. Because it's actually a lot stronger than that. I'm just a cell that is existing inside of that mothership, that motherboard right there. Because why? It's a consciousness, a collective consciousness. Like everything is a collective consciousness. And we don't understand that. Anyway, I don't want to hold up too much more of y'all time, man. I love y'all. All I'm saying is, look, let's just get this stuff up out of our bodies. Candida. Going vegan ain't going to do it. I will show you. I'm going to make a literal video to show everybody how to get Candida out of your body fast. Fast. And you can sit there and watch it leave. If you ain't scared to see what come up out of you, you can sit there and see it leave immediately. It acts immediately. Like I said, man, look, I love y'all, man. Let's do this. I understand what's wrong with us. It's because of the different things that are occupying our being. if we can go ahead and as a collective build each other up to get that shit up out of us, we will better be able to come together and protect and defend each other now. Because these beings and entities that live inside of you, they have a consciousness too. And their consciousness is based solely on survival. So if their consciousness is based solely on survival, and as a collective, they have more energy that's occupying the vehicle or the vessel than you do, then they'll have more of a controlling force over the vehicle or the being than you do. That's all I'm saying, man. It's all inside of our bodies, man. Everything is inside of our bodies, inside of us. I love y'all, man. Wholeness.